That's how you start off a video with a fish. Let's get this guy back. Goodbye. Have you ever lost a fish at the edge of the boat? Kind of like the one I just caught. Hopefully not, but if you have, you know that it sucks. I know that because I've done it too many times. That was until I bought this kayak fishing net. My name is Wesley Littlefield with anglers.com, and like I mentioned, I've been kayak fishing for several years, and I've lost a few fish right at the edge of the boat. And generally, they're the big fish. You know, the little fish, whatever, I can pop it into the boat, whatever. But when you need a net, you need a net. And that's why I bought the YakAttack Leverage Landing Net. This net right here has changed the way I fish for the better. But honestly, you should probably get the different version than I've got, so stay tuned to find out why. Let's start with all the reasons why you should purchase the YakAttack Leverage Landing Net. Number one, it's collapsible. So as we all know, as kayak anglers, we need as much space as possible. And having a giant net that extends way out up here, blocking you around and, you know, like blocking your cast, you hit it all the time, whatever, it's just obnoxious, it's annoying, and more than likely, you probably won't be loading that net into your kayak. This one, it's very collapsible. It dang near comes into half, as you can tell here. I mean, it's very compact. You can throw it right in a rod holder and get to fishing, and it's pretty much out of the way. Another reason why I love this net is because of the rubber netting. The rubberized netting, number one, it protects fish. And I'm a huge proponent of, you know, leaving the fish for the next guy to catch, and hopefully they grow up and get bigger and I can come back and catch them again. So that's great. But an added bonus that I absolutely stinking love, because I fish crankbaits a lot, rubber nets, the hooks just don't get tangled up in them like they do with a nylon net. I stinking cannot stand fishing with a nylon net, and now I don't have to because of this rubberized net. Great call on that YakAttack. I absolutely love it. Number three, it's called the Leverage Landing Net for a reason. So when you actually flip it out, how about we flip it out and lock it into place, you have leverage here on the end of the handle, and you can tell that it sits right in your forearm, and instead of trying to reach out there with one hand, fighting the fish with the other hand, and having no control over the net, you've actually got a lot of control to reach down, scoop, and pick up, even when it's a big bass. A lot bigger bass than the one that I just caught. Another great thing about the handle leverage part is the foam grips. YakAttack once again killed it with these. I've had it for about a year now, been fishing with it, and it's very comfortable. It's not like you're holding it all day, so you don't need super comfortable grips. I get it, but I also don't always like grabbing cold hard metal if I'm fishing, you know, when it's a little cooler morning, or if it gets really hot, generally when I'm fishing, and that hot metal burns my hand. I don't like that either. Foam grips, number one, they're comfortable. Number two, they're not gonna burn you or make your hands freeze. And the last reason that every kayak angler should own one of these is because of the one-handed operation. What convinced me was Fluke Master, seeing him turn around, have it deployed within like a second and a half or under a second. It's something ridiculous, but he's really fast at it because he's got it right in reach. He reaches back with one hand, grabs it, has it extended, and has the fish in the boat just like that. He ain't fumbling around trying to extend it, anything like that. It's so quick and easy to do. So as you can see, I've got it right here. This is how easy it is. I'll reach back one hand, I don't even have to look, pop, flip it out, it's ready to go. Look, dip the fish, boom. That quick, that easy, all one-handed operation. Every kayak angler needs that. That way you're fighting the fish, that way you're paddling, dipping the fish, whatever it is. You don't have to use two hands to dip the fish. That's a game changer. But like I said, don't buy the version that I got if you're a bass angler. I got the larger net. I can't remember the exact dimensions. It's like 16 by 16, 20 by 16, something big. It's really big. And that was hopes, you know, I catch a big fish. But in all honesty, it's because I like to go catfishing, I like to go bass fishing, and catfish are a lot bigger than bass. So I figured, hey, I need the bigger net. But I found out where I have it, I will hit it every now and then because it's not as compact as the smaller one. So if you're only a bass angler, go with the smaller net. You'll thank me. It's plenty big for those big bass, and yet it's still compact enough that it's not gonna get in the way. And the other con is the price. Now, if you're not one to spend $100 on a net, this just isn't the net for you. That's like my mom. She doesn't mind having the cheap stuff, and that's totally fine. I'm happy to, you know, let her purchase whatever she wants to buy. America. But for me, I like YakAttack because they're made in America. I like supporting an American company, and I think they've made a really great product. Now, I do think it's a little steep on the price, but when you compare it to other high-end nets on the market that it really compares to very well, then it's really not overpriced. But other than that, that's it. This net, other than being expensive and I bought a bigger net than I really needed, that's all the cons that I can think of and have come up with after fishing with this net for over a year now. So if you want to purchase this net, you can find a link down in the description below, and we get a little bit of commission kickback from that at no extra cost to you. And if you made it this far in the video, you might as well go ahead and subscribe. If you enjoyed it, we've got a lot of other content such as fishing adventures, gear reviews, how-to tips, and one of those videos is down below me right now, and it's high-end kayak trolling motors versus low-end kayak trolling motors. I've tried them both out, and my thoughts are in that video, and I'll see you there.